Hey everybody, it's Rob over at Kudzu again. We're going to do a quick demo on our uh, accessibility features. So I'm going to take this static, PDF. We've colorized it a bit so it'll hopefully throw some errors or report some issues with our contrast detection. So let's flip over to Kudzu and see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and grab that form. We've set the minimum. It defaults to the standard, which is 4.5 to 1, between the foreground and background colors. So we'll go ahead and read that in. It'll take a few seconds. If I go into, let's start here. We'll go to the to-do, and you'll see the list of issues that it found. So all of those light blue labels are showing up as a 2.12 to 1 contrast ratio, so not enough for somebody that may have visual acuity issues. So to get it up to 4.5 to 1, we're recommending that you change it to this color, which is RGB 0, 126, 168. In addition to kind of detecting that and making a recommendation, we also within the uniform editor surface those recommendations, and you just kind of go through here and make the changes. I mean, yes, we could put a do it all button on here, but we've actually gotten some feedback from customers that say no, don't do that. We want people to actually kind of step through it and be a little bit more deliberate about it versus just saying blanket do all. So we've got a form now. We've fixed the contrast issues. If you want to look at what we do from a accessibility standpoint, we flip over to developer tools. Now there's plugins, there's websites where you can go to this and it'll give you a very in-depth report on WCAG Section 508 HHS accessibility requirements, but Chromium has some built-in capabilities. We would see all the accessibility issues listed here. There aren't any, and there aren't any because we're setting role, label, and other accessibility attributes on all elements. And this happens when we read the form in, and then it goes to our recognition layer, and a lot of that information gets expanded. So here you can see the checkbox is labeled as the role set as checkbox, and it's labeled with the label that we associated with that checkbox when it passed through our recognition layer. So right now we have a WCAG 2.1 AA compliant web form that we could publish and somebody could fill out. Additionally, again, to kind of show the consistency and how this is a across the platform capability and not just isolated to our runtime or K2 or anything else, we promote that accessibility metadata to everything we do. So we just wrote out Power App. Let's go ahead and flip over to our maker. It's getting things ready. Never says what it's getting ready, it's just things. So I'm going to go ahead and open that package that we just created. And what you'll see if you've played around with this inside of Power Apps, you'll see that the accessible label property has been set on all these fields. So as I click through them, you can see they're all there. So win for accessibility. So two different. We showed what it looks like in our endpoint, or I'm sorry, our runtime. We showed what it looks like inside a Power App, and it's consistent. For sake of time, I'm not gonna do K2, but with K2 is partially compliant, and then we augment that during the authoring process to make it fully compliant, setting all the correct attributes, the labeling, the role assignment, any relationships that are made between controls or elements in the form, etc. So I hope you enjoyed. Check out the product to learn more.